dinosaur is that? Oh my goodness.
Dilophosaurus.
What do Dilophosauruses do?
Do.
They do. What is this right here?
The frills.
Frills, yeah, that's so cool. What do Dilophosauruses eat? Meat. What do they sound like? Cool.
That's whenever you're not spitting.
Yeah.
But what they sound like when they're spitting is
Awesome.
Dilophosaurus. Gas Dilophosaurus.
Look at that.
Good job. Golly, man. What one should we start with? Definitely not Golly because he's not standing today.
What are we talking about today?
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. And what do you got? You got your dinosaur collection with us?
And Parasaurolophus here.
All right. Why are we starting with Parasaurolophus?
Because he's my favorite dinosaur.
He is your favorite dinosaur. And Dad, I kept getting his name wrong. What was I calling him? Parasaurolophus.
And it's Parasaurolophus.
It is Parasaurolophus. You're very right about that. What do Parasaurolophus eat?
Plant.
Yeah. What about all these dinosaurs in front of us right now?
Wait, what?
They all eat plants, don't they?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. All right, so let's talk about him. So, Parasaurolophus, what does he sound like?
Oh, no.
Well, what do dinosaurs sound like?
Well,
What do you think he would sound like? That's a pretty good Parasaurolophus sound. All right. Anything else you want to tell us about Parasaurolophus?
well, they could stomp.
They were very stompy. They had a really cool frill on the back of their head, didn't they?
Well, I think it's called oh! Golly, my head.
Gallimimus.
We're not talking about Gallimimus here.
He just wants to be the star of the show, doesn't he?
Yeah. And, well, I think it's called, like, maybe a horn?
A horn? Okay. Or
Probably.
a horn or a crest or something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah. Let's take a look at him. Let me see. So we don't actually have a Jurassic Park or Camp Cretaceous Parasaurolophus. I don't know if they ever made them, but we definitely have them. But it's Liam's favorite, and it's a super cool dinosaur. All right, let's talk about
Gallimimus, because he
Let's
really...
talk about Gallimimus, because man, does he want to be talked about. We know Gallimimus from the very first Jurassic Park because they were running around on the plains in big herds. And what do we know about the Gallimimus?
Well, I can...
Yeah, he definitely bobs his head like that.
Yeah.
How fast are they? They are really fast, aren't they?
They can probably run faster than humans could.
I think they could. I think they definitely could. Wow, look at that Gallimimus. Now, this is a Jurassic World Gallimimus.
Or Jurassic Park.
Or Jurassic Park.
We don't know.
With the scan code on the bottom. And the really cool head movement. He's a dancer. Gallimimus. Who do you got there?
Stygimoloch.
Stygimoloch is one that we met in Jurassic World. Which one was that?
I think it
Fallen
was...
Kingdom.
Yeah, it's Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah. And what was he doing? Who did he help?
Well, actually, he was just fast for fun.
He was Baxter. But who did he end up helping out?
Owen and Claire.
Owen and Claire, yeah. Yeah, and he was also in Camp Cretaceous, wasn't he? No, he was not in Camp Cretaceous. He was in the Lego Jurassic World. And he was hanging out with the Pteranodons, right?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? Oh. Remember Owen was using them to climb through the Pteranodon cage?
Oh yeah.
So what's cool about this Pteranodon? Or I mean this Stygimoloch, what can he do?
Well,
What's his special power? Yeah, he's got that crown on his head, a bone.
sometimes you can't do it all the time.
Yeah.
Because sometimes,
But he can ram things with his head.
But
he can cause a
'cause
lot of destruction.
sometimes it will do this. It won't work.
Yeah.
It won't go back and forth.
What kind of food does he eat?
Plant.
Plants. He is a plant eater. You're right.
All of the dinosaurs on the table is plant eaters.
Oh, who are you touching right there?
And Dinosaur's Bumpy.
Ankylosaurus Bumpy. Let's hear what he sounds like.
Oh, well, I'm going to start with the first one.
Okay.
Next one. Last
Well, you did him a little bit first. There we go. So there you can see he's got some tail whip action, which is pretty cool. What kind of defenses does an Ankylosaurus have?
tail.
What kind of tail?
A tail that can fight.
Yes, it does. It's got that big bony knob on the end of it. Looks like a big hammer.
Mm-hmm.
And he could knock some dinosaurs.
Like a hammerhead shark.
Yeah, like a hammerhead shark.
He should do that.
Yeah. Although hammerhead sharks,
Have hammers. Have more hammer-looking fangs on them.
well, in their head, it's their head shape that that reference is. And this is Bumpy's tail that we're referencing. And he's got this bony club on his tail. And he could knock the daylights out of people, couldn't he? He could knock them into next week.
Into the ice age. He could knock him into the ice age.
He could knock them into the ice age. Here's a little baby Bumpy from Imaginext. We do have one more Bumpy around here somewhere. Oh, there he is.
He was hiding with my Stegosaurus.
There's a little baby Bumpy.
I forgot.
And then we have... And this is another Bumpy. This is the baby Bumpy from the Jurassic World set. The non-Imaginext baby Bumpy. Let's talk about our last two
Move, Ben.
plant eaters.
Let's move, Ben.
Yeah. Who do we have right there?
Oh! Sorry,
We've got... Who's that?
Stegosaurus.
Stegosaurus, that's right. And what is unique about the Stegosaurus?
Well, he can tail whip.
He can tail whip, and unlike having a big bony knob, he's got spikes on his tail. And these big protective plates on his back. And that's pretty cool, because he'd be a hard dinosaur to bite into with those big bony plates on his back. He's got some articulation with these tails right here. Using his plates. And now we get into... Alright, who do you got there?
Triceratops.
This was my favorite plant eater as a kid. And then what's cool about this Triceratops is this one actually has the ability for battle damage. So if we have a carnivore attack, he can leave battle damage, which is pretty cool.
We'll get on to meat eaters.
Alright, let's get on to some meat eaters.
Wait, you forgot about one plant eater.
Oh, let's bring our last plant eater in.
Sorry guys if we forgot one plant eater.
What do we got there?
Pantaceratops.
And
Newest dinosaur.
go ahead.
This is my newest dinosaur. He can also...
Head whip action. What's his name?
Pantaceratops.
What does he eat?
He eats plants and he can also do this.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I not know if he can do it the other side, like over here.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't think he can.
But he's pretty
No
cool.
other buttons.
He's got a really tall frill on the top of his head, doesn't he? Those spikes on it. It's a pretty interesting dinosaur. Can I take a look at him? Cool.
After this, we're gonna move on to the fish eaters.
All right, let's go to the fish eaters. I'll grab you a baryonyx in just a minute. There's our Pentaceratops.
I'll get the.
So cool.
I'll grab.
The frill's soft in case you step on it, but it looks really cool. And next up we have our fish eaters. And who's that first guy right there that you're holding?
Well, first, he's a pteranodon,
Uh-huh.
and he flew all the way from Jurassic World.
Boy, are his wings tired. How many fish, or how many teeth does a pteranodon have?
0.
So how do you think he eats?
Eats them whole.
He just swallows them whole? That's pretty crazy. What's on his back?
Battle damage.
There's his battle damage. Can I take a look at him? Pretty cool. What kind of, is this a dinosaur?
It's a flying reptile.
A flying reptile. Oh, there's his skin code.
It's on the wing, so
Mm.
because his feet are
There's
too small.
There's our pteranodon. All right, let's talk about our next fish eater. You want to talk about Cercosuchus?
I want to talk about this one first.
All right, tell me about him.
So he's a fish eater also.
Uh-huh.
All of these on the table are fish eaters.
And they are
Wait.
prehistoric crocodiles, aren't they?
He's also a fish eater.
Well,
a
let's
shark eater.
let's stick to Sarcosuchus for a minute. He's a prehistoric crocodile, isn't he? And he walked around on 4 legs. And he was mostly a water dweller or shoreline dwelling dinosaur.
Wow. He was a crocodile.
Well, he was, yes.
And he could shake his head like this. And, well, a toy could.
Yeah. And he actually weighed about the same as a Tyrannosaurus Rex. He was very, very big.
So he was as big as that thing?
He was as big as a T-Rex. Maybe not as big as a T-Rex, but he weighed as much as a T-Rex. He was a very, very big reptile.
So he weighed as much as that thing?
Yep.
Oh!
Yep, he was a very big prehistoric crocodile. Kind of like how a megalodon is a much bigger version of a shark.
Uh-huh.
These were much bigger versions of the crocodiles that we know today. Very cool. This is the Cercosuchus. He's got this little button on the tail, some chomping action.
Good thing we have.
Twist the tail, you can
Wait.
chomp.
We also need to talk about that one.
We are, and look at I love the colors on this one. They're so cool. And then of course we have
Shark. Go. Wait. Can't forget.
Cercosuchus with the more natural colors.
I forgot to let me talk about this one. So he's also a fish eater, just in a different color, and he also has that button on the thing,
Mm-hmm.
and he can,
Yeah, because that's how he twists his prey
and
when he bites down.
then he can.
That's right. He is a crazy prehistoric crocodile, isn't he?
Then
All
we'll
right.
put him down there.
Yep. And let's talk about our baryonyx. What's that one's name?
I don't know.
Limbo. So we have 2 baryonyx, and these guys are actually, there's a trio, meaning there's 3 of them, and they are in Camp Cretaceous. And that's kind of what these 2 baryonyx are modeled after right here. 2 of the 3 from Camp Cretaceous. We have Chaos, who has these really cool like slate and blue markings on him. And then we have Limbo, who has a more natural green and brown tone on him. And that's pretty cool. Let's hear, they've got 3 levels of sounds. So let's hear their first level of sound.
I'm gonna start with. What would you want me to start with?
Limbo.
Okay, this one.
Yeah. That's his first level. Now let's do chaos for the second level. Limbo. And then third. And I love that hiss that he's got in there. Because he's got that very long, elongated mouth. Very similar to the Sarcosuchus.
He doesn't have any roar.
Sarcosuchus does not, but I'm saying that their mouths are very similar in shape because they've got that crocodile style mouth, don't they? The long, narrow mouth. And why do you think they have that? What kind of food do you think they're catching? Fish, yeah, fish, yeah. They're probably very much ambush predators.
It probably was like... No,
Eating them up.
They probably didn't use their teeth.
I think they use their teeth quite a bit.
Well, only when they get the fish in their mouth.
Oh, okay.
To get the fish in their mouth, they probably go...
Like a straw? A fish straw. Don't forget this big boy. Oh, let's fix his feet there. What silly leg setup has he got going on there? There he is.
Mosasaurus.
So this right here is our Spinosaurus. And these guys were definitely considered to be aquatic and fish-eating dinosaurs. And also, they had that very similar crocodile-style mouth.
Then the Mosasaurus.
And they get their name from this giant sail that they have on their back. So what's interesting about the Spinosaurus is that even though he didn't live in the same time period of the dinosaurs as the T-Rex or the same region, the thought is that the Spinosaurus was the biggest land predator to have ever existed. Even bigger than a T-Rex. He was longer and he weighed more. However, he did not have the same bite force as the T-Rex. And they never would have run into each other because they lived in totally different regions and times. But this is the Spinosaurus. Very cool dinosaur. I love his tongue. The way it bounces as soon as you open that mouth. Eyes are cool.
And then last but least,
the
Mosasaurus. He is a shark-eating prehistoric
swimming
dinosaur.
Reptile.
Yeah. And just like the Spinosaurus, he does this.
Yeah, he does, yeah. He's a champion. Alright, what do you have for us up there?
So we have...
now we're getting on to our... some of our meat eaters. Now these are... The first one that we're looking at right here is actually not a real dinosaur. This is a movie dinosaur. This is Jurassic...
Which is good.
Yeah, it's fine. It's Jurassic World's first hybrid dinosaur, even before Indominus or Indoraptor. There was the...
Scorpius Rex.
And what's cool about Scorpius Rex, bud?
Well, he can tail whip.
He can tail whip. What
no
else do you
buttons,
like about
though.
it?
No buttons.
No buttons on this one, no.
Everything out of this is different than the last.
So it looks like Scorpius Rex. I'm not sure what dinosaur he's a hybrid with, but I definitely know that he's got raptor in him because you can see this raptor claw right there.
If you haven't watched Camp Cretaceous with him in there, you definitely do not know about him.
He is in Camp Cretaceous for sure. And this toy actually came with
Gyrosphere.
The gyrosphere and this Kenji action figure, which is pretty cool. You can see our gyrosphere is pretty well played with. It's got some marks and tape and everything else on it because it's been everywhere. It's been out in the snow. It's been down the stairs. It's been through tunnels. Still holds up pretty nicely. It's got metal weights in the bottom of the seat and in the back of the seat that help keep Kenji in the right direction. It's got a pretty cool, just little closing mechanism. It works pretty easily. Little metal latch back here, and then it just closes shut. And as it's turning, Kenji stays upright because of the metal weights. Slide that back. And there he is with Scorpius Rex. That was a cool playset that we got, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We found that at Target. You're looking for one. Let me see Scorpius Rex. So this is our Scorpius Rex.
If you don't have one, just go to Target and get one and put them in the snow. If you have some snow, plug them in.
There we go. Cool. All right. So let's see. Since we're on hybrids, let's go to our next hybrid. No. Let's go with this guy first. We'll end with the big boy.
Well, we have no other hybrids to show them at this one.
Right there. Who's that?
Indora.
He's a hybrid, isn't he? Now he's from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom also. And he was made with raptor DNA and Indominus Rex DNA. So they used parts of the Indominus and parts of Velociraptor to make this guy. And you can tell again by his raptor claws. He's got longer arms than a traditional raptor. Well, tell us about the Indoraptor, bud.
Well, he could crawl.
Okay. What else?
He could bite, which you already
He
know.
can bite, yeah. So you're saying he's basically like Sister? He can crawl and he can bite?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right, well, this is our Indoraptor. It's the last hybrid. And here, now you can see the Indominus Rex. Super cool figure. His neck lights up. It's hard to see it. Let's see if his neck, he's got these lights inside of his mouth.
And
He's got a
then
button on his tail. His roar. Yeah, you can fit minifigures inside of his mouth. You can eat them alive. Then there's that crunching sound when he's chewing on them.
And then
He's got arm slashing action.
he can actually pick up some stuff. Where's that gyro stick? Can I have it?
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You can actually pick up the deer. If I can get him to. He can actually pick up the gyro deer. It just takes a bit.
Takes some work, doesn't it?
Mhm. He can do it. You know it.
Well,
But-
he does have big arms.
Whoa!
Alright, so this is the Indominus. This was the Jurassic World big hybrid dinosaur that could camouflage. He could.
But there's no action to camouflage it. You can see
Wow,
it.
that'd be a pretty cool toy, but I don't think they'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
But he is a really cool figure. It's true. Here's the king of the carnivores.
Well, he's not my favorite. I think my favorite carnivore is the Indominus.
Yeah, well, he's a movie dinosaur. This guy was real. This guy, the T-Rex, had the biggest bite force of all the dinosaurs. All
And
carnivores that have ever
you're
walked on Earth.
wondering, he can stop.
cool stomping action. Let's see that roar again. There it is.
He has two different ones. He was stopping to
That's
you.
pretty cool. It's pretty cool
And if
T-Rex. This is the dinosaur from the very first Jurassic Park that made us all fear dinosaurs. This and the raptor. But this guy chasing those jeeps freaked me out. Very cool toy. And they actually do have another set with the T-Rex. I think very similar to this T-Rex. That comes with the Jeep from that first Jurassic Park. We do have one more T-Rex.
Want to grab him?
What?
Want me to grab him?
Absolutely. This guy.
He doesn't
cool.
stop though.
This guy's not so stompy and he doesn't have noises, but he does have battle damage. So this must be our battle with Indominus Rex. Battle damage to T-Rex, because that's where you've got some real battle damage. And while this one does not have the noises, he does have some cool mouth articulations and some battle damage. Same time. Little button press right here, you get battle damage on one side and battle damage on this side. Very cool T-Rexes. Alright, let's check out Toro.
And if you are wondering what that scar is for, well, I'm pretty sure when they're trying to escape Toro, Kenji and Darius, Toro actually got that.
How did he get it? I'm curious how he got it.
Well, they climbed through that thing. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And Toro tried to get Darius, and that's how he got that.
Ah. So the Carnotaurus is our big carnivorous dinosaur that chases a lot of the Camp Cretaceous campers around. He's our big villain dinosaur for Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. He's a Carnotaurus. Tiny little arms,
And
big head.
And you probably thought he made noises and he just ran out of batteries, but Zero doesn't.
But he does have cool head chomping action.
He can bite you.
He's a biter.
He can bite you also. Like that.
Oh my goodness.
Now let's
Cool.
move
All right,
on.
let's go. Hold on. Let's go. Let's grab this guy really quick.
Yeah.
Here is.
Dilophosaurus.
And we've got a couple Dilophosauruses. We have a big version of the Dilophosaurus. And
This Dilophosaurus. And we have the Dilophosaurus that we don't know where it is.
yeah.
That we don't have in this video. That you can see that we only have those over there. And if you're wondering what that
But
carrot,
we're gonna focus on these Dilophosauruses right now. And this guy's got this really cool action.
and if you were wondering what the character was, he was just there.
So this Dilophosaurus has a really cool action where with his tail, you can pop out his frills. Let's see here. Maybe.
Let me show you how I do it.
Okay, show me how you do it.
Push it up like
Oh,
that.
there it is. You gotta push in with the tail.
You push up
Push up. Okay.
and hold on to it like this.
Ah. And here you can see his mouth opens and his frills shoot out.
Really
And
cool.
in the movies, they say that he's got venom. I don't know if he actually does or if he spits acid, but he does have these really cool frills. Really cool neck frills that pop out.
And
Pops out.
then he also has those little things.
All right, and while we have an incomplete set, we do have a lot of the.
Velociraptor.
We've got Raptor pack.
And one of them is from Camp Cretaceous.
We've got.
Battle Damage.
I think the one we're missing here is Echo. Or is this Echo right here? We're missing Delta, aren't we? So we do have him somewhere. I don't know where he's at exactly right now. We do have 4 Raptors for our Raptor squad if we want to make them that way. But we did get the other pack from Target too, and they are really cool. And I love that.
And it was and I got this. I got it for my birthday party.
That was really cool. What's cool about the Raptor pack also is that they all have different poses. So some of them are crouched down really low, and some of them are up high, like this blue. He's up high.
And Echo is up high. Well, that Echo isn't what came with it, so it might be a little different than the one that came with those, right?
There's blue. We also have another version of blue with battle damage. This is the one that came with the Raptor squad. He does not have the battle damage. And this one, very similar looking. Maybe a little bit darker in gray. But he does have the spot for battle damage right here. This guy well, I'll show you this one in just a minute. So we've got, is this Charlie? Echo or Delta?
Well, it's light green.
Light green, so I think that's Charlie. The set says Charlie is dark green, but I thought Delta was the darker green one. You guys can let us know what you think. The set says this guy is Delta, but I feel like he's more like a Charlie. And here is, I believe this is Echo right here, with some battle damage on him.
And also,
This is not the Echo from the set. We have that one somewhere.
we also do sorry if anything happens for you to see the tree up. Just Mama hasn't taken sister's just Mama hasn't taken sister's tree pictures yet, so I know, Mama, I know. What, Dada?
Alright, so our last dinosaur right here, this is a Raptor. I saved this one for last because he's pretty cool. He's got this little jumping action that he does. So he's got, let me find his legs here. So he's got like a spring-loaded jump that he does. Whoa!
Okay.
He goes flying, doesn't he?
Uh-huh.
There we go. Nice jump. Oh, good job. So he does have moving head, and his mouth does open. And this guy is more like a Camp Cretaceous kind of raptor. I don't know if he fits into the stories anywhere else, but he is super cool, and he is a jumper. Whoa! End of the episode about our dinosaur collection. We'll probably have one more with our super colossal Indominus and maybe some dino food. Maybe some crafting videos. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Stay tuned. Bye.